Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of 50 Shades of Cringe with Giselle. So on today's episode, I'm gonna share with you the essays that got me into most of the universities that I applied to here in the US. I'm also gonna share with you the schools that I applied to, the schools that I got admitted into and also rejected from. That's, I think, gonna be the content for this video. But the purpose of this video is not for you guys to copy the essay or to have the idea that if you write something similar to this one, you are gonna get admitted into the university that you're probably planning to get into. It's important to know that there are a lot of deciding factors when it comes to getting admitted into universities, especially in the US, because every university is unique in its own way and every university is really competitive. So my advice would be, just be yourself. Everything that you write should reflect the real, authentic you. And as all of my quotes go, be unique, be you, be wild. I think that's probably the most important thing to keep in mind. Another thing, I wanted to share with you guys that I actually finally got my nails done. I am the most simple person, as I mentioned in the other vlog, that I know. And sometimes I feel like I'm a tomboy because I really don't do most of the girlyish things that other girls do. But this is the first time I actually got my nails done and they look really, really pretty. I'm so proud of myself. But my best friend Kripa is gonna hate the color on my nails. But I don't know, sorry. But I really love it. Anyways, without much talking, let's just get straight into it. So I had to dig through my laptop to search my Common App personal essay and my essays for my university, and I finally found them. So this was the question during my time of application, and it goes: the lessons we take from obstacles we encounter can be fundamental to later success. Recount a time when you faced a challenge, setback, or failure. How did it affect you and what did you learn from the experience? I must say, I'm posting this video in hopes that my high school admission team or the leadership team probably sees this, because this really affected me during my high school time, and I think this was one of the most heartbreaking moments in my high school. So I did not know that I put this in the essay, and this essay actually got me into so many universities. Anyways, thank you, high school. Okay, let me start again. The grass wads up between my fingers. My knuckles are crimson with clotting blood, and I know there's only more pain ahead of me. I hear the cacophony of bodies hitting one another. I fall to the earth, my bones rattling upon the impact. I struggle to rise, but I do. I play the video on repeat and remind myself that this isn't just a loss. It's a historic loss, and I feel every inch of my aching body. On 23rd May 2021, I left the virtual student council feeling self-assured with a big smile on my face. I believe that my interview was phenomenal indeed, and that I would definitely make it to my school's student council 2021 to 2022 serving as their head girl. However, I had no idea I was about to receive a frustrating result, a result that impacted heavily on my immature attitude. Okay. A couple of weeks later, the results I've been apprehensively waiting for was about to be given out by our teacher. Visions of congrats from my family and friends flashed across my head. Unfortunately, the reality knocked my socks off with a shocking consequence. Seeing the outcome, my heart dropped all the way down to the deepest part of the valley. How is it possible? I questioned myself over and over again. The expectancy broke apart as I realized I have no chance of making it to the student council this time. This tragedy struck me like lightning, for I have always been a student possessing the right balance between academics, extracurricular, and personal life. With all this hard work, why can't I get the same amount of reward and sequel due to my investment of effort? It seemed like there was a wall in front of me that I could never surmount. Months passed by in extreme desolation and isolation. No matter how hard my parents and friends tried to induce me to let go and move forward, I just wouldn't budge, for I was dead beat. Months later, we had an upcoming basketball match where I put in my whole heart and soul and just gave in my best. Although we lost to the opponents by just 1 point, I realized that rewards motivate behavior extrinsically and that my long-term goals should move me forward. I cannot talk. The disappointment should not backfire, but should rather highlight the importance of what I aim to achieve in life. Just as going for a run to burn calories is extrinsically motivated, that is, your behavior depends on the result you achieve, you can get motivated or demotivated based on whether you burn fats. You may even quit running because you haven't burned the desired calories set by you. On the other hand, going for a run because you love running is intrinsically motivated. It is independent of any reward you anticipate. So your motivation for running is undying because you are pursuing your passion. It is your passion and determination that should move you forward to achieve your long-term goals. Focusing on the reward could hinder your intrinsic motivation. At that moment, I understood that failure wasn't a verdict, it was a mirror. It showed me that chasing titles, positions, or outcomes would never sustain me. What would sustain me was the part of myself that kept showing up. The girl who rose after falling on the court, who kept trying even when it hurt, who learned to find purpose beyond recognition. Losing the student council position didn't close a door, it opened a new one. It taught me to anchor my drive and passion, not validation. In growth, not applause. And because of that lesson, every challenge since then has felt less like an obstacle and more like an invitation to rise stronger, clearer, and more grounded in who I am becoming. Okay, that's it for my essay. To be honest, it's all God and I'm grateful for that. I am almost completing my degree now. And because to be honest, that essay is mid. But these essays were written at a time when ChatGPT/AI did not exist. So dare anybody tell me that this is AI written? Because honey, first of all, I passed my English board exams with maybe like a 94 or 95%. So I am educated enough to write and read essays on my own. The only time I probably use ChatGPT is to probably understand what a boy is trying to tell me, because they're dumb. They're just so emotionally not intelligent and I just can't keep up with it. So that's probably the only time I use ChatGPT to help me understand that perspective and like convey my perspective, right? But all of my essays, even in college and everything that I write, they're all written by me. So dare anybody tell me that this is ChatGPT written. I would literally come smack you. Anyways, I don't know, this essay is made in the fact that to me, it doesn't hit home. Like when I read essays, I want it to be inspiring. I want it to be motivating. I think the admission committee probably saw the essence of the essay. And maybe that's why, again, essays are not your deciding factors, right? But if any of my high school people are watching this, hi, I'm Giselle, the Giselle Farah, by the way. That really affected me during that period of time. And I think you can literally tell that it really affected me from the fact that I mentioned it even in my application essays, because normally if things don't affect me, I just let it slide. But when things really affect me, I have to either talk about it or write it down so that I let go of it. And I think that's how I probably let the high school stuff like the student council head girl position slide, because I wrote it in my essay, and that's probably how I was able to forget it. But yeah, it's a learning experience, not just a learning experience. Sometimes I think, things don't, not sometimes, in life especially, things always don't go the way we want it to go. And I always tell myself, God's plan is greater than mine. I think if it weren't for me losing that position as in that student council in high school, I don't think I would have content to write for my essay, and that would make me get into universities in the US. So I need to think that You know, the plan that I have is so small compared to the plan that God has for me. And that's kind of what I also want to share with you guys, that don't be heartbroken about small things. Just know that there is a much greater and bigger plan set in store for you. Talking about the next part, the universities that I got, applied to. So I think I applied to 10 universities. I applied to Purdue, I applied to MIT, I applied to Stanford, I applied to Penn State, I applied to Virginia Tech, I applied to Arizona State University, and then I applied to University of Michigan. So out of these, the universities that I got admitted into are Purdue, MIT, Penn State, Virginia Tech, Arizona State University, and then I got rejected from Michigan State and Stanford. Now the thing about MIT, okay, let me tell you. So I did not get completely admitted into it. So I was initially deferred during my initial round, but then I had an interview again and I had to submit other documents and everything. And then that's how I got admitted into MIT. But by that time, I already accepted my Purdue application and I don't regret my choice. It was just too expensive and I did not have that kind of money. So anyways, I don't regret anything again, any of the choices that I've made and anything in my life. All the decisions and everything that I've done so far in life has led me to where I am today, and I'm just grateful for all of that. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. I hope you get the gist of the message that I was trying to convey from this video, and I hope this essay probably motivated you. But I will see you in the next. Bye.
Everything